Wow.
Mm.
Oh, wait, hold on. I have to grab my Kofifi. Give me one moment.
Mm.
Hi.
Hi.
That was a very Ross hi.
Was it?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, yeah. When he's all depressed and hi.
Hi. You know what's funny is my dad the other day, I don't know why, out of nowhere, he was like, I think I'm going to start binging Friends. He's never seen it. And I was like, yeah, that was my reaction.
Blinking man. I could see, but at the same time, I feel like he would have been too cool for it. He was, I think, you know what I'm saying? I feel like,
for sure.
I feel like that's probably why he skipped it.
Oh, 100%. And that's
Yeah.
why I think we didn't have it on that much in the house. And at some point along the way, he changed his mind from Friends to Seinfeld. And he started watching Seinfeld from like the beginning. And it's very weird to see a show that you know, whether because you watched it or just because I mean, it's Seinfeld. Everybody knows what it looks like, right? To see like the first season where everybody just looks like puppy dogs.
I wouldn't even know what that would be like. That's weird to think about, that it wasn't just always an eternal thing, you know, that was going on forever.
Yeah, that like you can't ever really tell what season it's in.
No.
It's always the same.
And kind of fuzzy and grainy footage, always.
That 90s laugh track. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Seinfeld?
You know, I've never actually really watched it, to be honest.
I can't do it. I've tried to do it, and no matter what, within minutes, it's like there's a ghost or an entity that knows when I watch Seinfeld that's like, hey, how about you just look over here instead? I just can't. I can't pay attention to it.
How about you just look over here instead?
I don't know what the deal is. I know it's got to be good. I mean, it has to be good at somewhat because it's kind of like legendary. You know?
Yeah, it's like, iconic.
Yeah, you know, but like I can't get into it. I can't.
Well, I always felt like it was slightly before my time. Just slightly.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And I'm also I don't love a laugh track.
Yeah, I'm very anti-laugh track. It's even hard to revisit Friends or other shows that I like that have.
In my mind, Friends doesn't have a laugh track. Like when I forget that it has one because I guess I deeply wish that it didn't.
Let me tell you. Oh boy, does it.
Yeah.
On Halloween, we watched we watched Trick or Treat with
How was it?
You know what? I don't think that my parents were fans.
Okay.
I thought it was campy and kind of fun, and it was very Halloween-y. It's not like a horror movie I feel like I would just watch any time of the year.
Sure.
But it was a definite Halloween treat, I thought. And
how's that character? Is that like the antagonist in
here's
the film?
Thing. That guy?
Yeah.
Barely in it. The little sackhead pumpkin dude?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, barely in it.
Man.
He kind of, you see him every once in a while, and then he has a big scene at the end. But anyway, and in between that movie and a movie that I am scaring myself because this was like 2 days ago and I cannot remember what we watched, but we watched another horror flick. And in between those, my mom went off to like make a drink and like, you know, in between movies, you have a whole break.
Sure.
And my dad plops on Friends. Okay. The first episode.
Oh, the wedding episode, the wedding dress
baby.
episode.
Oh,
yeah.
And that laugh track crawled under my skin.
It's bad.
And laid eggs.
Yeah.
And those eggs have been hatching.
Mm-hmm. Just bubbling.
Ever since.
Yeah. It irritates the hell out of me. And it really like, and with Friends, I can get away with it because and it's kind of like what you said about like before your time. Like I grew up with Friends. I watched Friends as it aired. Like I was young, but like I remember watching that last couple of seasons and the last episode when it aired. Like, so I was like accustomed to the laugh track. I was like, is it like indoctrinated to it, you know? But like, I don't know now. I can't take it. And it so limits like the rewatchability of like classic TV shows for me.
Yes. Absolutely. I have to really, really be into it. Like to go back into what, again, to use the example, to rewatch Friends, it's different because if it was like season 3, 4, and 5, I would put it aside. I could watch that. However, if it were my lesser visited seasons, oh boy, it's rough.
Yeah, that shows like a parabola in the watchability.
Exactly.
You know, like the peak, the tippy top are those meaty good 3, 4, 5.
The tippy top is season 4.
And maybe 6. But yeah, no, season 4, always and forever, will be the one.
You know why? Because it's a Chandler season.
I do love Chandler.
It's a Chandler heavy season. And you know what I did? You know what? I got to tell you, I did. As I was sitting there and I was like kind of half in and out of sleep, kind of rolling back and forth. And I knew Friends was on and I knew Dad was watching it. I was kind of having that thing happen where like someone is watching something that you really dig for the first time and you're kind of like, oh shit, you know, and you're cringing because you've seen it 100 times and you're like, oh, the laugh track, oh, the, oh, this, oh, that. And you're just like, oh, I hope they enjoy it. And somebody cracked a joke. It was Joey. And it was the stupid fucking thing when Ross comes in and goes, hi. And then he introduces the fact that he's breaking up with his wife. And Joey says something about like, and you didn't know she was a lesbian? Because that was a thing. And I hear my dad giggle from the recliner.
It got him.
And a wave rushed over me and I was like, oh yeah, okay, he's in.
Yeah. It got him. It's got its hooks in. Man,
so
is this ever a Sillysode?
Oh, yeah. I think it's just canon that when we have Sillysodes, we take 20 years to introduce that we're having it. You saw the title. You know what you clicked on.
You know what you're getting into. Have you checked Marco yet today?
Yeah, you sent me something and I'm sure I remember it.
So I had a deep ice pick stab of fear today. I mean, like I experienced like my soul just plummeting down to the gates of hell. It was terrible. And
I watched this right when I woke up and I'm not grasping it. So you this is going to be a new story for me.
So I needed to renew Saucebox.
That's right.
And
oh, God,
Saucebox expired on October 31st on Halloween, which was a Sunday. And typically I pay it like 2 or 3 weeks ahead. Like when I get the first notice, I'm like, shit. And I go and I make sure.
Yeah.
Because like, seriously, what would we do without her? And I hate to say it. And so Hunter got Hunter got an email, or we got an email that's like, well, you got 5 days. You have 5 days to like, you know, to fix it, like to like renew it or whatever. And we're not going to give your box away. And I was like, oh, lit. So I went today to the post office and I was like, well, I'm here. I guess I'll go ahead and check the mail, you know, and I stuck the key in and it didn't work anymore. And I had the key in the box and I think I just stayed there for a really sus amount of time. Just like unmoving. And
they were like, who's this chick trying to break into the P.O. box?
Yeah, like, and it was like all the while, I mention it all the time, you know, the ring wraith scene with the horse and the road. It was like that, but my soul. And I was just like, and in a lifetime span of information, in the matter of maybe 20 seconds, was like, what the fuck do we do now?
Oh yeah.
And I was so, and I went inside.
We're gonna have to go back through 200 something episodes or whatever it is and change it or take it out.
Oh my God. I don't know. And I was like, and so I like basically like ran to the office and was like, I just want to pay for my P.O. box, please. And so like they were super chill about it. And it turns out that just, I did not know. Now I know, but basically the moment that it's like expired, they lock that bitch. You get no more use out of it. But I swore they changed the locks and somebody else, some stranger, had Saucebox.
Can you Can we talk? And I know we've briefly touched on this before, but can you imagine somebody, some poor, unsuspecting soul, just trying to get a P.O. box? And like every once in a while, they get some rando ass piece
Oh
of
my God.
witchcraft.
Yeah.
How scared.
A
And then always like
box full
knowing our
of
listeners and you guys
bird
send us
wings and
stuff, which
skulls.
always thank you. And we appreciate it. And Jesus Christ. But you guys are a stone cold pack of weirdos and you always address it in some very strange way. So this new person is going to get like, what the fuck is a fucking bean spoon? Who is this to?
Yeah.
A,
Yeah.
a pathway of beans? Who is this to? I don't. That's the best addresses I've got.
I know. And speaking of, I'm trying to do. I'm working on getting more organized, and I'm also just trying to get over my fear of disappointing people. So I wrote down. So we've gotten some mail, and I want
Can we
to
talk
read it off.
about
What?
the mail?
We've got great mail coming in, and if you've sent us mail before and I've not said anything, listen, I'm just going to let you into my mind for a second, okay? So like I get so worried that it's like once I open the floodgate of thanking people for sending mail that when I forget someone that I'm going to feel super shitty about it. But then it's like if I don't publicly thank anyone, then nobody
Then
feels pain,
look,
but they all
we
feel
look
a
like
little
an
pain.
asshole. Yeah,
I know. I
yeah.
can't. It's so stupid. But anyway, look, I'm trying my best here to catch we get a fair amount of mail and it's all spectacular, so I'm really going to try to move forward with some organization here on that and properly thank you guys. So one, we had midnight by Verbena sent us some.
Holy
Oh
shit,
my gosh,
dude.
like that was such a treat. She was just like happy Halloween. It's like, oh my, thank you.
That Samhain candle, that wood
Ah
Samhain candle that we burned the entire time. I feel like Rocco and Laser were making an appearance. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Bright Moon's Apothecary sent us some of her Samhain chocolates. Oh my God. We ate them together, staring across at each other, from across the bar at each other.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was very good.
You know when you
And
get like chocolates and you're supposed to like have one at this point and then you have some a little later. We
yeah,
slammed these chocolates and looked at each other like we did not know what chocolate tasted like until this moment.
no, we didn't. And we were listening to Rocco and Laser's playlist, which we should make
Oh my
public.
God.
Or,
Hey, you're a crazy bitch.
It while eating these chocolates, just like, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah,
it was good.
oh, yeah.
It was real good. Thank you, Cat Cave Studios, for the sweet little goodies that you sent us. They're super fresh. And thank you. And also this is new and you haven't gotten it either, but you're gonna shit yourself. It's so cool.
Oh.
So thank you, Katie, for the spectacular collage cards, which are so cool. It's so
What?
yeah, dude, I can't wait to give you these. Like this is like a new one that just it's art, dude. It's beautiful. It's so cool. And thank you, Janelle, for sending us a little card. I believe it was Colonial Williamsburg, but it has like a little recipe in it, and I really want to cook it.
Cute.
Yeah.
Dudes.
Yeah, so thank you all so much.
Can I say really quickly, I know I'm sorry to keep jumping in here, but like the amount of people who have shared recipes with us.
Isn't that neat?
It is so, and there are some people out there who are like, hey, look, this is like a family recipe.
I know.
And we like, you can trust us with that, dude. I just want to say we understand how fucking important that is.
We'll share.
It's exciting.
Yeah. So thank you guys. We very much appreciate the mail a lot. It's like a huge brightener for us.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail.
Mail.
There we go.
Yeah, bro. We nailed that, bro.
What?
Also, I just noticed what you did with your name because I fucked up my name. It's really funny, dude.
Macy's name today is a blue cheeseburger.
A blue cheeseburger.
A blue cheeseburger. So I'm a green cheeseburger.
Groon. A groon cheeseburger.
Spelled like the town in Texas.
That's really good. I like that a lot. Listen, dude, I'm going to absolutely burst. I'm going to rupture if
Good.
I can't. I did a little bit of some divination today.
Oh, fuck yeah. I see what you're holding in your hand.
I know. And so I was like, you know what? Beekman, take the wheel. And let's.
Oh my, fuck. Stop.
It doesn't need to be a shirt. Beekman, take
fucking
the wheel.
merch. Beekman, take the wheel. Are you fucking kidding me?
This is what we actually have to do. We actually have to do this one.
Yeah. No. This is real. Okay, we're workshopping that as soon as we get done recording this.
Okay. So I was like, I'm just gonna crack this baby open. And wherever it falls is where it's gonna be. And it could not be better than it's so good and it's so mean. It's maybe the meanest, most terrible advice section ever read.
I love it when she gets mean.
Mean, dude. And so this covers communication and eventually gets into the voice. So, however,
I'm sorry, did you say the voice?
The voice, dude. It's about
she's gonna hit us.
Like the page that I cracked open, the very first word at the very, very top, dude, I'll show you. It just says voice. So but this first section, okay, and so this is page 51 in the chapter conversation of the section, of Etiquette Up to Date by Mrs. Cornelius Beekman. And this small subsection is called self-conscious.
I have a feeling she's not going to help alleviate our self-consciousness.
No, dude, 2 sentences in. Actually, you know what? 4. Selfishness is a strong word, a word that makes us ruffle up. It makes us unattractive and unloved.
Oh my God.
It is a dragon that we have to fight from childhood, and yet, say what you will, self-consciousness is another word for selfishness.
I don't agree.
So essentially, if you're self-conscious, you're also selfish, therefore unattractive and unloved.
Unloved. However, she's confusing me because she's also talking about fighting dragons, and I'm into that.
I know. I was like, I never thought I'd see the word like dragon in this book. Socially, it shifts all the work to the other person while we sit indulging ourselves in thoughts of ourselves or concentrating on the effect we are making or are not making, using all our powers and wishing instead of doing something about it. The very next time this feeling grips you by the throat, don't think about what you wish you could say to a friend or to a group, but what you think they would like to hear. Forget yourself. You can and will if you make your mind reach out to others, trying to find out what their interests are, making a real effort to contribute your share.
I feel like there is a nugget of solid advice buried deep under all of that bullshit. If you could take all of that and sum it up, I think you could just go to the subreddit called "Wow, thanks, I'm cured."
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what she's saying, but also lose your identity and mold into what other people's interests are. Like forget yourself, like make an effort and find out what they're interested in, which of course in like moderation is absolutely required for
that's what I mean.
Conversation. But it's like, I know she doesn't mean it that way. I know it. I know that she means it how it sounds.
That's the thing. I think she absolutely, there is no subtext, there is no depth. She means that verbatim.
Oh yeah. She writes how she feels.
She was pissed this day.
Dude, that's why I was like, I opened this and started reading it and I was like, Jesus. So that's why I was like, all right, this is it then. And so here we go. Take it easy. Don't be afraid. One little step at a time. Light on your feet with a small contribution, and soon you will walk with a secure step and a high heart. Common sense and selflessness have triumphed. All's well along the conversational front. So, because it's fixed. It's done. You fixed it. So now we're rolling into the voice.
You selfish. Isn't that like that is such not what you say to someone who's self-conscious.
Someone who's suffering from self-consciousness is like, well, you're selfish and
You're
unlovable.
selfish.
Nobody's
That's
going to
like
love
the
you.
worst. That's the meanest fucking.
I know, dude. It shook me. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, it really blinking man again. Like that was me this morning at the counter.
I bet she's also the type to be like, "Oh, you're depressed. Have you just try being happy?"
Well, I mean, what a statement to kick people when they're down. You know, it's like self-conscious. Well, you do suck.
Yeah. Are you feeling ugly? When you feel ugly, you really look ugly.
Your attitude certainly is. All right.
Ugly on the inside.
What an excellent thing is a sympathetic voice in a man or woman. A voice should be like a beautiful doorway, which leads
a man or a woman,
beautiful home.
Nobody else.
Yeah. Nobody else. No, and mainly, we just mean women.
Yeah. I'm basically telling all the women to shut up.
If it is melodious, it will admit us into almost any group of well-bred people, and being sure of our passport, we shall have confidence that we are welcome. It is not true that you note at once. Oh God, dude, this part, yeah. Is it not true that you note at once the voices of those you meet? If you do, listen critically to your own. Be unsparing in your self-criticism. Study those around you. Begin with the person whose voice is too strident or too flat or too harsh. Watch the effect of this voice, first on yourself, then on other listeners. How cunty is that?
That's extremely. And you know what I want to say to her? I want to say, listen to these two obnoxious voiced bitches.
Yeah.
Who have made a living of people listening to our obnoxious ass voices.
Yes, you bitch. I just couldn't believe it. Does it bespeak an enviable nature? Would you be happy to live with it? Does it yeah, I know. I was like, wow. Does it inspire you with confidence? Give a good deal of time and thought for a month on the character of voices. I missed that.
Christ.
For a month. Okay.
Meditate on your voice for a month, dude.
Yeah, dude. And it's like also talking about listening to other people's voice. Let's meditate on other people's voices for 1 month. Oh my God. Now concentrate on the person with the voice that wins you. The pleasant voice, so well under control, so well placed that
just steal somebody's voice.
Speaker. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Actually, it is what basically, yes. Now, if you decide that your own speech, voice, caliber, intonation, enunciation can be improved, it can be, and easily. If you have a friend who knows anything about singing, he will be glad to give you a half dozen simple exercises. Now listen to me.
Wow.
Charlie, I read this sentence maybe 20 times. I'm not exaggerating. I tried to figure out what this is. I don't know if it's one of those simple things that it's like I can read it to you and you'll be like, oh, she means this, but it's like I don't know what she means. Okay.
Are we about to get some classic Beekman confusion?
I think so. I mean, like, I really don't get this. Okay. Play a game with yourself. Stand, don't sit in front of your mirror. Snatch that big fat O from out of the top of your nose and put it down in the front of your mouth. Do this 10 times aloud. That is, as loud as your family will permit.
Okay. Let's put ourselves in the situation. We're standing, not sitting, in front of our mirror.
Uh-huh.
Snatch that big fat O, which, by the way,
like a great time. To me, everybody should be trying to snatch that big fat O. Okay.
Highly recommend to anyone. From the top of your nose?
Yeah. Snatch that big fat O from out of the top of your nose and put it down in the front of your mouth.
So is it like,
maybe, yeah, you go from like, like you go from nasal to projection. I don't know, but she says do it 10 times and competing with your running bath is excellent. practice.
Okay, Beekman.
I don't know. Then take work on these two for a week in the open air, perhaps while you were giving Rover his morning walk. Yes, please walk through the neighborhood going like, gah, 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 ee-oo, ee-oo.
Making fucking Cardi B noises when you walk your dog.
How is that okay with her? And shaking hands with a glove isn't.
Yeah, doesn't this seem like it would be rude to your neighbors?
I would think. And then she says, also do it with all of the vowels. Do it with all the vowels, not just O.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. A-I-E-oo, A-I-E-oo.
And then so this is classic Beekman, and just how she just rambles on and basically says you need to steal somebody else's vocal identity. Then put vowels together, particularly ones that have offended you in others' speech. Loud, out, about, proud, sound, and so forth. Then try to correct other terrors. Down, town, gown. Whenever you hear an envied voice say a phrase you enjoy, repeat it, always aloud, to yourself, in a quiet corner.
Ow, that was awful. Anytime someone says something that you enjoy, shuffle off to a corner and whisper into it.
Yes.
This will make you highly popular with your friends.
Very popular. Imitate the tone and manner of speech of a well-trained stage voice. Don't be afraid to be too ruthless, to yourself, of course, in your condemnation of an offensive voice. Imitate it, exaggerating to yourself its every offense. Such an exercise will impress upon you what to avoid. Another profitable and pleasant practice is to recite or to read aloud as often as you can, particularly musical passages of verse, thinking especially of the value of the vowel sounds. Now, this last sentence here, we have 3 examples of these like nice, kind of tasty, little wordy words, you know. The last one is everything that she sums it all up. Honestly, she could have just put this as the whole section and it's what she said. So this first one though. Through caverns measureless to man down to a sunless sea. Or, trailing clouds of glory do we come from God, who is our home. And lastly, and my personal favorite, her voice was ever soft, gentle and low, an excellent thing in a woman.
I'm speechless.
You should be. That's how it needs to be. That's how you should be.
I think what I've learned from this is to just not speak.
Unless you're spoken to. And then you have to speak though. And you got to do it right, because if you use any sort, if you don't say, like, if you say like, how do you do instead of how do you do or whatever, you know, like you're fucked.
Yeah. What if you just don't speak until you're spoken to and then you bust out like your My Fair Lady voice?
I feel like, that just made me think of something. And this is 110% certainly not true, and this can't be the reason, but the over enunciation and like the robotic manner of speech, it makes me think of the way that people would speak at the times, you know, and it's like it almost just fits with like the robotic tone that everybody had, like everybody sang the same way. Especially this is like in the 30s, it's like everybody sounded the same. Actresses all sounded the same on screen, or at least most of them did, like everything had exactly and I just wonder if it comes from this kind of set of rules and speech and whatnot.
It was a very like middle America, non-regional kind of diction, I think.
Yeah.
The one that you would strive for if you were going to be like a news anchor or something. Which always makes me think of, I'm going to go practice my non-regional diction or whatever she says in Anchorman. But yeah, you're right. It is that very I'm thinking that old radio show Suspense, and when they would have their ads that were like, today's episode is presented to you by Roma Wines. Like everything is, you have to make an effort to really shape your mouth and snatch that O from your nose.
Snatch that big fat O.
it's a good one. Okay.
Snatch it.
Snatch. I don't think anyone ever told her.
No.
I mean, I don't think she ever did.
I want to think she did, because I don't want to wish that on anyone who doesn't want it, like,
yeah.
And that, but I mean, I don't know. What if she was a bit of a freak, Just what if?
Do you think this is a case of a lady in the streets?
Freak in the streets?
Yeah. Maybe. There can't be anything in this book about sex.
I doubt it. I don't know, but that gives me a new mission in life.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm going to be doing some thumbing. I'm going to find out.
I read a book a couple years ago called a Victorian's Guide to Life.
I remember you mentioning that title before.
I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
And it was basically, I forget what year it was published, but it was way after her passing. It was her grandson, I believe. He which I have mixed feelings on this, but he basically compiled a lot of her writings, and I think even journal entries, maybe, possibly. I don't know about that. I don't want to put that out there if that's not the truth, but he compiled a lot of her writings and made this book called A Victorian's Guide to Life, or maybe it's like a Victorian Lady's Guide to, I don't fucking know. But it's so interesting to kind of flip through, and this person who wrote a lot of this in that kind of early 20s time period, they're a lot more sexually liberated than we have come to think of people from like the 30s, 40s, and 50s, particularly like that post-war, like Americana era.
The Victorian age was a steaming hot fuck fest every second. It was nuts.
And the thing is this was written by, I don't know if she was at the time so much, but later on she became like a really devout, like super almost staunch kind of Christian woman, but she's back there writing about like sexual exploits and like how you should, explore and enjoy other people, and shit like that. She was also a total fucking witch, which was really interesting to see.
A lot of them were. Superstition was huge then. And dude, you could go to a party, like a fancy, like upper, society, higher society party, and there'd be people with like dresses that had everything but their nipples covered.
Right.
It was seriously it was like a time of like, I didn't realize it until I started looking further. And I'm like a bit of a sucker for historical fiction based in like the Victorian era, Through a Glass Darkly. And shit, I can't remember the one afterward. I can't remember what it's called. I read them anyway. They're great. But it really goes into that. And like the parties, it kind of weaves in and out of all of the society. And of course it's still historical fiction, but you get like a pretty good idea of what it was like. And it was bananas.
Yes. And I want to correct myself. Earlier I said, I said the 20s in regard to the 1920s. I didn't mean the 1920s because that's not Victorian. I meant, I believe she was in her 20s. So,
okay.
Let me correct myself. But that like late 1800 Victorian, the Victorian age.
I think it ended in 1901. I think it's I for some reason I want to say 1901 or 1900, like right there is like when it ended.
I feel like Edwardian started in like that 1900 something.
Yeah.
Oh, blessings.
Sorry.
Which Edwardian is my favorite. It's probably my favorite. It supersedes Victorian era to me. And it's so short. It's such a short era, especially in comparison to the Victorian age, which was like all of the 1800s, basically. It had so many shifts and changes within it. But like the Edwardian is like, I think it's like 9 years, just like a little slice of time where everything was like very specific and like Art Nouveau was big. And you remember that dress that Kate Winslet wore in Titanic, that red one that she almost jumps off the boat? Mm-hmm. That's like prime French Edwardian fashion.
Oh, yeah. And like casual day dresses were like shirt waists and
Right.
whatnot. I'm looking
Yeah.
at it now. Yeah. Yeah.
And they had like walking skirts and
Yeah.
like dark academia was like a big thing.
I
And
had
then
to
of course
wear
you're about
this
to
outfit in a play, like the
oh, fuck yeah.
shirtwaist tucked into
Oh, hell yeah.
the
I would
long
wear that
skirts.
today.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty
And
cool.
also it was very like people were I mean, there were people, of course, it's that famous example of like looking back at it through the eye, like history lens is like, oh, these two women lived together. They were best friends,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
you know? But people, I mean, but the thing was, is like there were people shacking up of all different orientations and shit like that. And it wasn't so hidden. Of course, it would later become more frowned upon. It was just such an open fucking time.
Mhm.
Well, take that with a grain of salt. let me
Yeah.
backtrack a little bit. It was still the past. I still don't want to go there.
Right. But yeah, you can like with the ebb and flow of how like things become more
Yeah,
accepting and less accepting. Yeah, I get what you
yeah,
mean.
yeah. It definitely was something that there was a God, this is so stupid. There was a joke or something in Family Guy where they went to a alternate universes, and one of the universes was like if the Dark Age had never happened, and like civilization was like super advanced because there wasn't that huge setback of like the religious
Yeah,
oppression and
no
like not
progress.
growth,
Society,
you
yeah,
know.
in like a society standpoint. Yeah.
And I feel that way about like that very 1950s post-war, like mid-century. I feel like that was massively damaging to progression.
Yeah,
But
it comes in waves like that.
yeah,
And it is interesting though to look back and you see the same patterns repeat and like strangely there's something comforting about it. Like it sucks that it's like we can't just fucking look at it and learn, but at least you know that typically
I
the
see what you're saying.
periods
If
do
something
end,
bad is
you know.
happening, you're like this is a part of the cycle and it's going to get better.
Well, and oftentimes it's not unprecedented, you know, like you have
Right.
periods of severe unrest and like we forget things, you know, like how tumultuous of a time like the 90s were when it came
Mm,
to a lot of like really traumatizing events. Like you had the OKC bombing
right.
and I want to say Waco and Ruby Ridge. Like, I mean, seriously, like there was a lot of unrest and whatnot. And
I
it's
mean,
just
that's
you.
when like the your big famous like shooting. I mean, like Columbine and like
Yeah, it was dark, you know, and so
yeah,
it's easy to remember because right now it's like the 90s. They were the best time. Everybody misses the night. It's like it's important to remember that every age
yes.
has stains on it, you know,
Yeah,
and it's like
oh, big
there's
time.
something comforting about looking back in history and seeing the ebb and flow and being like, okay, this is just how it's going to go. It doesn't mean that this is unprecedented. It doesn't mean that we're just going to fling back to, you know, like this is just sometimes how things have to progress.
And I personally am comforted in that I get very wrapped up in this. Every generation, I've heard this said, every generation thinks that they're the last generation
Yeah.
because of things going on politically. And of course,
Yeah.
you know, and of course, we are probably more close to it. There's climate
The
change.
climate is a true unprecedented thing for modern civilization. It's like that's one thing that's like this one actually, you know what, we don't
Yeah.
know. And that so I mean, I do feel like that sets us apart a little bit, but also that's just humanity as a whole. That's all. That's all.
So let's all look into that, everyone.
Mhm.
Let's see what we can do in our day-to-day lives. However, let's make it better. However, it is comforting. I understand what you're saying to like look back and be like, you know what? I remember in the 90s, everyone was fucking scared of Y2K. And I know that's a stupid example, but like,
No, but it's a legit example. Like
right.
people were scared shitless, you
People
know?
were, there were grown people our age now were seriously thinking that end times were here. I mean, even rational people, you get so many people screaming this at you. Even a rational person goes, okay, maybe I should buy some cans of food or something, you know? And it was, if you thought that like the toilet paper epidemic of COVID
Oh yeah, it was
2020 was
serious
bad,
business. Serious business.
oh boy. Oh boy.
So it's neat to think about, you know? It's always crazy.
And that is in no way to say that like that's okay. We're not like That's fine. Be shitty people.
No, not at all. But it's just, it helps. I think for me, it helps at least stop the spiral of thinking like, well, we are the last ones. This is it. We're just going to hell in a handbasket, irreparable damage, and a lot of course, sometimes that is true, but it's nice to remember that like, no, there have been, and like not even ages, decades, even there are decades in history that passed that led to huge like periods of progress in the coming out of just like singular decades of just like dark periods and I'm mainly talking about like American history because it's what I'm familiar with, but it's everywhere. Like a lot can happen in a decade, a lot can happen in 5 years, and so it's just, I think it's important to look at that and be like, well, things ebb and flow, of course, fight for change always, but don't get discouraged and stop the fight because it dips.
That's the big takeaway, is that sometimes if you do get wrapped up in that spiral, to sometimes remember, hey, this is sometimes how things is, and like to keep going, because it has progressively, even though it's gone, back and forth and ebb and flow, it has progressively gotten better each time, and to be like, okay, the next time it comes, and don't get so discouraged that you're like, I'm giving up, because then if everyone does that, then it just descends. Yeah. And it stays that way, which is truly scary.
You got to keep fighting the good fight.
Keep fighting the good fight. And I also, you know what? I'm really into this. We spoke about it, and I don't know that much about it, so forgive me if I misrepresent here, but this idea that a lot of this pushback that we've been experiencing for decades, I guess, is in response to the coming of the age of Aquarius.
Yeah. That this is the ending of the Pisces age. And we are going into the age of Aquarius, and that comes with tumult as the periods kind of progress.
I would really like to talk to somebody about this. But it seems to me that, okay, so this idea of the age of Aquarius is all about, what's the song say? Harmony and understanding. It seems to me that, and don't take this wrong because you are an Aquarius, but it seems to me that like the age of Aquarius would be less about what I have heard, which is the understanding and everyone kind of expression and understanding themselves and like sexual liberation and stuff like that. And it would be more about like a studious kind of nature, or something like that.
To me, Aquarius as like a sign isn't necessarily about like being studious in an academic standpoint. It's just about like, and you hear it a lot about like it's about higher thought, which with higher thought comes the revolutions of self-expression, when you work in societies and you encourage philosophy and thinking and higher thought and education, typically you get the forward motion of these social kind of revolutions and forward progress that you can make. And so to me, that's what it means to me. It's like you go into the age of Aquarius,
and that makes sense. And that makes sense. However, I am like, my very limited understanding of Pisces, and since I have, dove into it a little bit more because of that Pisces rising, shout out. Was the age of Pisces just terrible?
I don't really know much about. I don't know,
because I feel like, because Pisces is like, what do they say? It's the last sign, so it's like kind of a culmination of all the signs. It's like generally your old souls. It feels like that would have been more understanding and less fucking awful.
I don't know. It's very emotional. And
how long have we been in the Pisces? Like,
hell, I don't know. Well, that's the other thing too. There's a tremendous amount of debate on when the actual age of Aquarius starts. Some say it didn't start for a fuck long amount of time. Some say it already started. Some say it's going to start now. Some say it's going to start in 30 years. There's not really like, it seems, an agreement on.
Yeah, I saw somebody say something about like, and I forget the number, but it was like every 1,000 something amount of years, it changes. And I was like, I thought it was kind of I thought it was looser than that.
It is. I think so. Like, and again, I am a noob, but it does not seem to be strict like that, because mainly from what I can see, that there is no definite like knowing of when the age of Aquarius begins for sure, if it's already started or when it's.
There's no way of knowing which direction we are going. Is it raining?
Is it pouring? is a hurricane a-blowing.
Oh God, what's the next part?
What is it? I don't remember. The answer must be
something.
any signs of slowing.
That's right. Yes, not showing any signs of slow. What a fucking badass dude. I don't care.
I love Gene Wilder.
He's so good.
He's fantastic.
An actor. I don't know anything about him as a
I actually think he was supposed to be a pretty stand-up guy. I want to say, oh God, I don't remember for sure, but I want to say did he have to take care of his partner or something like that? I know I feel like something like that. I know Rick Moranis, I think, also had to do that.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking Rick Moranis, I know, went and basically dipped out of.
Which did you hear like 6 months to a year ago? Somebody just clocked him on the street in New York.
What?
It made a lot of people, including myself, really, really angry. So there was like a serial puncher going around New York there for a while. Like
wait, hold on. Start over. I was in shock. Okay, go on.
So this was like, I think it was like a year ago, but honestly, I think it was during COVID. So it might've been 2 years, who knows? And so it was just, it's a very simple report, but some guy, and this was like the third time I think he had done it. He was like a serial assaulter, but just like sweet, tiny, like little tiny, sweet little tiny Rick Moranis. Like he just walked up to him and just socked the hell out of him, knocked him down. And, I mean, he like ran away. He didn't like keep beating him, but yeah, like Rick Moranis was just minding his own business and just got clocked.
That is so weird. I'm not laughing.
Isn't that ridiculous?
I'm laughing because of it's absurd.
What the hell?
I mean, first of all, anyone just walking up to someone and punching them is fucked off. But like, now I have questions. Did he know it was Rick Moranis? Is this like a big coincidence?
That was one.
The other two people.
Okay, one. If you know it's Rick Moranis, like regardless of your opinions of Rick Moranis, if you know that's Rick Moranis, it's like even so. At this point, I think he's like 60. He's like 4'8" and 118 pounds. Don't punch him,
old man.
You know, you fucking weasel. Like, don't punch anyone. Don't punch anyone in general. But like when you're like a big, healthy, grown man and you're walking up to tiny, feeble, sweet Rick Moranis who's minding his own fucking bee, and you just punch him out, like that's. Don't be proud. You better not be proud, and you should be ashamed.
And then you run away.
Yeah.
Did they catch?
He was caught.
The perp.
I'm pretty sure he was caught. And but I do remember just being appalled.
You know what? Turnabout is fair play. His punishment should be to let Rick Moranis punch him.
That would not be that hard of a punishment, though, I don't think.
But like, as many years as he's been alive. So he gets to hit you 60 something times.
60 times, all in the nads.
Right?
It's just 60 like cock punches, and it's like after you recover. So you like get hit and you recover, and then it's like you get another one because who the fuck punches Rick Moranis?
And here's what they do, because that's going to take a long time. They set him up in like a really shitty, seedy motel with like no cable and no hot water. And like he has to live off of like dry ramen packets. And every 12 hours, Rick Moranis comes in and punches you in the dick.
You get your daily dick punch.
Yeah. Wake you up at 3 a.m. so he can punch you in the cock. That seems like a good payback.
Yeah. Wow. It's very like Hammurabian of us, I think. What is it? You know?
This is how I think punishment should be doled out.
That's the name, right? Is that the name? I don't feel like I'm getting that right. The I don't remember where it was. Anyway, the book of laws, like if you steal, you get your hand cut off.
Right. Yeah.
Hammurabi's law? I think that's it. I don't think Harambe was the gorilla.
I don't know. I do not venture to guess. Yeah, I think minor. Well, I call it a minor crime. Punching somebody doesn't seem like, but you know what I mean. He didn't murder somebody or like burn an orphanage down.
No.
So I think those like mid-level crimes where you're like, you might go to jail for like 2 years for assault or something like that. That's how we need to handle it.
Yeah, you can get a choice maybe. You know, it's like, all right, look, you get a year in jail or 40 dick punches 40 days in a row.
Exactly.
You know, and then it's your choice.
Okay. Let me let me settle in here. Setting somebody up in a hotel for like 3 days so they can get their consecutive dick punches by Rick Moranis is that's a whole lot cheaper.
Why in the world are they getting set up in a hotel?
Because okay, so you want them to recover between their dick punches, right?
Yeah, but like you're getting punched in you're not getting surgery.
Well, but it takes time. If you're 40 dick punches, let's say it takes 15 minutes to recover from your dick punch.
I don't know. Maybe. At least like the initial responses, like to where I think the nausea hangs around for a while.
Time. I'm sure he doesn't want to be chained. I'm sure he doesn't want to just be in the station all day kicking. He wants to go have lunch and like come back, then do a dick punch, and then he goes and catches a movie. He comes back, does a dick punch.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm saying is, you could do this. You could even pay for all of Lil Rick Moranis's meals, and this would still be cheaper than a 2-year stint in the clink for the taxpayer.
Yeah, but then the prisons don't get that sweet, sweet money in slave labor, bro.
Well, shit, what would we do without that?
I know, man. What are the private prisons gonna do? God damn.
Have you seen like prisons in like, I think it's like Norway or it's some kind of.
They actually like work on rehabilitating people and trying to.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
They set you up with like, they almost look like houses, like big houses. And like you can come in and like you cook, you like actually like cook for your like, they like put you to work cooking, but it's not like in this big scary industrial kitchen where like you might get like shanked or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like people come together and they're like living together and they're learning, they're being separated. They're like you're still being punished for doing a bad, but like their success rate is like 100% or something.
Well, sure, because they're actually, that's like, you know, and that's the thing. And like, I do like recommend people, if you don't know how the American prison system works, look into that.
Or don't.
Do.
If you're
It's important. I think it's important to know. I mean, that seriously, because it's slavery, and it's slavery mainly still for minorities.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's important for everyone to know, really how truly fucked up it is.
And it really, really is. It's systematic. It's part of the whole systematic. It's systematically racist. I mean, it's just not a good scene. It's not a good fucking scene. There are two things that I get very, I don't want to say politically passionate about, because I don't know if all of this should even be worked into politics, but it's the school system and the prison system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes also the healthcare system.
I say all three are the big trifecta of problems.
Now I think we should maybe stop before we get we disappear.
Yeah, I feel like we almost should call this the Sillysode. This has been pretty serious conversation, I feel like, almost since we started.
Well, and a lot of dick punches from Rick Moranis.
Well, that I don't regret.
No, that is serious. That is a serious thing.
Okay, one. I have a silly question for you.
Yes.
If you could hypothetically punch one celebrity.
Okay.
Or fictional character.
Oh.
Who would it be?
God, this is going to require some thought. Because you can pick somebody who you think is a dick and deserves it, right? But what's that going to do? Is that going to teach them a lesson? Do I get to talk to them first? Do I tell them why? Or do I get to like walk up to them
No, you just get a punch. That's it.
A la Rick Moranis and punch them and run away. Okay.
Yeah. You don't.
So they don't know why I'm punching them. I just get the joy of punching them.
Yes.
Well, then in that case, I might not go for somebody who I think actually deserves it and is it like an asshole. But I might go for what is funniest for me and brings joy into my life.
Hey, sometimes you just got to do things for yourself, you know?
And you know, I'm talking like off the wall shit, just shit that would make me giggle in the dark hours of the night and just be like, remember that time you just punched Dame Judi Dench for no reason?
Judi Dench. Dame. Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench. She's not my official answer, though. Let me think on that. Give me yours.
That little bitch girl from Jurassic Park.
You have been so mad at her for weeks.
The book. It's the most heinous, bad writing, in an otherwise very good book of the worst. You think Joffrey's bad? Nothing. Fucking nothing on this bitch. I
feel like Joffrey did murder people, though.
Yeah, but I can't. He at least had some moments of coherent conversation that weren't, I'm hungry.
I knew it. I knew the I'm hungry was coming.
Sad. This is stupid. Let's play pickleball. Like, I'm serious. I can't stand it.
Let's play what?
Well, it's not that. She's obsessed with baseball. Like, that's the gimmick. But it's like he takes it way too far. She's obsessed with baseball and she wants to play a game of pickle. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like a throwing game. I don't baseball. Okay. And that it's constant. It's the worst. It's the worst character I've ever experienced. And she causes all of the problems. And I would punch her in the face. And I would also punch Gemma from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Fuck
yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think I might punch Isildur. No, not Isildur. I would punch
Elrond. Fuck yes. Elrond. Yeah.
Yeah, I would punch Elrond. I would go back. I would punch his ass into Mount Doom, and then I would kick old Isildur off also into Mount Doom.
I'd punch Theoden.
Oh, Theoden? Well, listen, he gets enough punching himself.
Nah, I know, but I just want to do it once. He's so irritating. Dude. Oh, he's such a downer.
Just for the shit of it, just to say that I did, it would be a pretty sweet brag to say you punched Aragorn.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's funny to imagine is that the reason that you live is because it just didn't even make him react at all.
Yeah, he just kind of gave you that stank face.
Yeah. Like it moves his jaw kind of like an inch, and then he just slowly lowers it back and keeps walking because he's got shit to do because he's Aragorn and he's a ranger man. He makes some like
snide comment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You could really piss him off, call him Strider.
Dude, how beautiful and wet and greasy is he in that first scene?
He is a wet and greasy man. He is a wet and why is he so wet? It wasn't even raining outside when he flung those doors
half
open.
The time that he's wet. Well, yeah, but he climbed out of a river 40 miles ago. Remember?
Yeah, that's right. He climbed out of a river. He rode a horse for 2 days in the hot sun, and he was still dripping wet.
He's always wet. I love it. I think it adds to his character. He always has like the very defined kind of wet looking hair, and on him, it's great.
I'm not mad at it.
No.
Not mad at it. But what other character would that make sense on? Like, Galadriel's not walking around just slopping all the time. I guess maybe Boromir could get away with it.
What, being greasy?
Just being wet all the time for no reason.
Yeah. No, the elves aren't going to be wet. No.
But how funny would it be?
Oh, like a very like in cartoons when like fluffy cats get wet. Like that's what Legolas would look like if he got wet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like the dwarves could also be wet, but it's not water and you're kind of confused.
Well, and the problem with the dwarves is that I feel like if they get wet, they're going to stay wet. Like it takes them forever to dry out.
Oh, so much hair.
Yeah. Hair and wool and leathers and, just like bags. I feel like they're loaded down with little bags of little treasures and, little shit like that. Like, I just feel like if you get a dwarf wet, you're dealing with that as a problem for a while.
Okay. I almost said like we should make merch. This is something like about if you get a dwarf wet, but that reminded me, what was our sweet ass Beekman merch that we talked about at the top?
Beekman take the wheel.
Beekman take the wheel. Okay.
I'm glad you remembered that because I already forgot it.
Yeah. Okay. What if it's like Beekman holding onto the wheel of the year and she just looks horrified?
Oh, I like that idea. Oh, but can you imagine but okay, you know what? Imagine though, okay, and like you do it lightly, But if you add a Beekman approach to all of your Sabbath preparation,
oh God,
it could, to an extent, it could maybe help you out. I don't know.
What if we just had a Beekman themed party?
Oh God, everybody would be, you have to be uncomfortable.
Yes. You have to be uncomfortable. You have to steal somebody else's voice.
Oh yeah, the whole night you're constantly, like somebody would be like, oh yes, I had a rapturous walk down the riverbed.
Yes.
And you're just like, I had a rapturous walk down the riverbed. Ah! And you look at them and just repeat everything they say.
Yeah, you shuffle off. How perturbed would you be if you were speaking with someone and you said, I had a great walk this afternoon, and they immediately turned around, bolted for the nearest corner, and you heard them go, I had a great walk this afternoon.
And preferably whilst kind of moving in a rhythmic manner and repeating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And sweating.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just sweaty Aragorn doing it.
Oh my God. We'll need to book a place with a lot of corners.
It's just a maze.
Yeah. It's a hedge maze.
Yeah. A hedge maze party.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wabah.
Add that to
2023 hedge mage.
Yeah.
Why do I keep saying hedge mage?
Hedge maze. Hedge mage.
Although a hedge mage sounds pretty cool.
That sounds kind of like the same word.
I mean, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Man. We've had a good talk.
Yeah, I know. The very interesting talk. You know what I feel like this is? Because we bullshat for like a day and a half when you were over here and we filmed Rocco and Laser, which I'm actually pretty excited about.
Yeah, I agree with you. We bullshat during the Rocco and Laser. We bullshat for so much that I think all of the meaningless bullshit came out. And then we had Deep Top Week. We actually had a conversation that wasn't bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel pretty good about it. And you know, I'm also just kind of running. I've been up since 2 a.m., which is really weird. Yeah. I just like snapped. But I just woke up because like sometimes when I get like restless legs, it doesn't happen as often as it used to, but it's like I'll get it and I kind of like wake up with it and I can usually just kind of get up, walk around, lay down and it goes away. But it's like, it was so bad, it snapped me awake. And it's like, I woke up like a live wire. Like it was just too late. It was immediate, you know, and I was just like, God damn it. So I got up.
It's not a full moon though, right? Or is it?
I don't think it's a full moon, but the veil is super fucking thin still. And
yeah, I had some weird shit happen last night.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything happen like on actual Halloween Samhain, but last night I was sitting out in my car charging my phone because my rapid charger for some reason is the one in my car. So if I want my shit charged fast, I gotta just go chill in my car for a minute. But I was out there and it was late at night and like my parents' storage and like the storage lights just popped on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, maybe it's on a timer. And then here in a bit, they like popped off. And then like through the corners of my eyes, I'm just seeing all this movement happening around me. And I haven't been scared in a long time by stuff like that. But that kind of shook me a little last night.
Kind of spooky.
A little spooky. You know, I'm glad. It was a day late, but it came through.
No, yesterday I actually got a lot of work done. Like I was but this is a pattern that's really starting to become pretty solidified for me that like a lot of my true like energy of feeling like the Sabbath is the day after. Yeah. And I've noticed myself doing that a lot where it's like the actual day of, it's like, it's cool, and I might like on the bready ones, I'll like make a bread or whatnot, but it's like, I find myself actually doing spiritual work and feeling the most magical the day after. And so like yesterday, the first, it was like, but on Halloween, I was just kind of like, I mean, it's cool. It's Halloween, but like, I didn't have a lot of energy. I didn't feel super, but like yesterday I was like, all right, I felt like in tune. I felt really plugged in.
You know, what's crazy is on the Anahata Wabata, what is it?
Anahata.
Wabanahata group.
Oh yeah. I just said Anahata.
Anahata. On the Wabanahata group on Marco Polo, several people chimed in yesterday, the day after, as we're recording this, the day after Halloween, and they were talking about just feeling amped and buzzed for like no reason. So I feel like that's kind of the vibe.
Yeah, I cleaned my whole closet.
Oh, like, you did a great job.
It was insane, dude. It took all day. I started at 10 and got done at like 4. And it was
You
so
sent
bad.
that picture and it looks like a showroom closet. It looks great.
It was so bad. It was literally knee deep in bullshit.
And you know what's great? After you do a big thing like that, for like 4 months, when you walk into that closet, you're going to be like, oh, yeah.
Dude, it's great. I had to pee in the middle of the night and I just like forgot, and looked in my closet and I was like, oh, yeah, baby. Forgot about you. Forgot you're clean.
It's a little present to you. And it also, like me, I don't know if you feel the same way, but like when I do shit like that, and then I see those little middle of the night, I forgot about you treats, it makes me put like to another part of my house.
Yeah. Yeah. And, and once it's clean, it's easier to maintain. Like today, like I went ahead and got the Coven karaoke filmed because Hunter has the day off tomorrow and I'll sing karaoke on the stage in front of him all day. But there's something weird about doing it in the house when he's in the house and it's like on the phone, just me doing a video with myself.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and just did it today. And it's like I hung all my clothes back up on the hangers and because that's probably my biggest, I struggle with that the most. Laundry. I can keep a decently clean house, but laundry has always. And if I can fold it and put it in a dresser, we're great. It's the hanging of clothes. I hate hanging clothes.
Yes.
Ugh.
I feel that. I understand that plight. What did you do for Coven karaoke?
It's going to be, I'm very excited for this theme. I think it's going to be a really good one. And it's going to be songs from live action films. So we've done animated films like Disney and whatnot. That's like the hard role. This is songs from live action human people movies. And
Pour all my life.
Totally acceptable. Totally allowed. Rick Moranis. And and also with the bonus challenge that's not required but encouraged. If you can pick one to where the song and the movie have like become synonymous with each other.
Oh, shit.
Like, and that's not required, but I was like,
what did you do?
Like, I did Stuck in the Middle with You, like from the scene in Reservoir Dogs. And because it's like I hear that song and I see that scene in my mind. It's so like if you do it is famously tied to it.
Like Donkashane from Ferris Bueller's or something.
Yeah, or like, and like, I think the two examples I used, and I was like, you don't have to do these, but they were the first to come to my head, was like, My Heart Will Go On and I Will Always Love You, like from Titanic and The Bodyguard, like respectful.
Oh, yeah.
Or, and so, yeah, just kind of, but you don't have to do that. But it was like, it's just kind of fun to as like a little extra challenge. But if you just, any song from any live action movie, totally allowed. Find the thread. It'll be there in the Coven group. Participate. It's fun.
Well, I'm taking Skid Row. I say that every week, but then I get too scared.
You never do it.
I'm too scared. I'm shy.
Yeah, but like, of what? And that's what I don't understand. Like, literally no one ever has been like, you suck, stop. Ever in any of these threads. It's the first time welcoming place ever.
Somebody who's like on the fence about leaving the Coven anyway, will finally, that'll be their ticket. They'll just be like, you know what? I'm going to tell this bitch she sucks and I'm going to bounce.
I encourage people to try it. It's a lot of fun and everybody's so nice. It is so nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice. I love it.
That is nice. Everybody's very encouraging.
Super supportive. Yeah, it's great.
Well, on that note, I think that we've ejaculated a Sillysode for everyone. And not ejected. We've ejected.
We've ejaculated a Sillysode.
That works too.
Do you want to do just one of these as
yes.
Just kind of a proper send-off, how we say goodbye in our Patreon lives?
Yes.
Oh my God. I have to find one that Luke Bryan can be in.
Dude, it was so funny. I flipped on the radio and I don't hardly ever listen to the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And some DJ was talking about like what celebrities had dressed up as for Halloween. And he was like, this person went as this. And then he started talking about what Luke Bryan went as. And I projected out of my body.
Good.
In the middle of the road.
I found one that he can belong in.
I feel like you should just fill him in already, and then I can pick the other words.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Perfect.
All right. So I need 4 nouns.
Penis clamp.
And penis clamp.
Sherlock. Hey, that's another option for the live action movie. I feel like
wow!
a kiss.
Delish.
What is it called?
Oh, there's
Kiss at the End of the Rainbow?
Yes. Oh my God, such a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Yes. I need 3 more nouns.
My sweet, my dear. Okay.
My darling. Oh, it's such a beautiful song.
It's a good one. What did you say? More nouns. Wow.
Yes.
Toenails. A big fat O.
Okay. One more.
Crispy blue jeans.
Oh, actually, dude, that's really fucking funny.
Great. I'm assuming it's related to Luke Bryan somehow.
Oh my God. That's really good. All right. Okay. All right. Now here's the thing. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nouns. Or sorry, adjectives.
Did you say adjectives?
Yeah.
Glossy. Wet and greasy.
Oh, ooh, double whammy, dude.
Throwing it back, dude. I'm trying to think of something Beekman said.
Dragony.
Hey, yeah, dragony. Poopy.
Oh. Oh. What are my dogs just screaming about? Goodness.
They hate you.
They're just really letting it all hang out. All right, I need 1 more.
Sloppy.
I need 1 country.
That's strange.
I think it's a first. I think it's the first one we've ever gotten. And I'm just going to open it up and say it could be fictional.
Canada.
Our friendly neighbor next door. All right. Plural part of the body.
Butt cheek pimples.
Oh.
You know those that just happen sometimes?
Oh, yeah. And man, they can really fucking hurt.
Oh, yeah. Really painful for some reason.
Really painful. Weirdly painful.
Like too much.
Oh, yeah. All right. I need type of food.
A type of food?
A type of food. I don't.
Okay, so let me ask for clarification. Would this be like Tex-Mex food, or would this be like?
I'm just going to broaden this up and say any food, anything, any dish, any food, any. It actually needs to be like a dish, like a food, not like a genre.
Miracle Whip and leftover Halloween candy sandwich.
Okay, I got to take sandwich off because otherwise it doesn't work, but I will just say Miracle Whip and Halloween candy.
That works.
All right. This one is strange.
Is that the last one?
Yes.
Great.
So this is the truth behind the moon landing.
Great.
Any penis clamp textbook will tell you all about Luke Bryan landing on the moon.
God damn it.
He's done so much, dude. He's such a versatile person.
We need a running updated list of his like resume.
Oh man, very, very, very skilled. But what it won't mention is the glossy scandal that was covered up. The government claims it was a space race with Canada, but they were actually, they were actually trying to get their butt cheek pimples on the poopy treasure hidden deep.
Stop. One more time.
Dude, it gets worse. Here's the whole phrase. This might be the most like butt and poop and just overall. It's all about it.
Great.
Orifice. Okay, the government claims it was in a space race with Canada, but they were actually trying to get their butt cheek pimples on the poopy treasure hidden deep in the moon's crispy blue jeans.
You. Sick.
Deep in the moon's crispy blue jeans.
Grody.
Oh, deep. All right. The footage from the first big fat O landing was intentionally wet and greasy. So people couldn't make out any of the dragony details on the surface. After the astronauts returned home, they were paid large sums of toenails to keep quiet.
Gross. Here's your toenails. Shut your mouth.
The sloppy secret the government was trying to keep. The moon is actually made of Miracle Whip and Halloween candy.
Oh, grody.
Oh, shit.
That was a treat.
Wow.
Luke Bryan, once again, somebody out there, I know somebody's keeping track. He was actually the first person on the moon.
On the moon. And the moon landing was really about the government getting its butt chink pimples on the poopy treasure that is deep in the moon's crispy blue jeans.
The poopy treasure. Well, I'm thoroughly disgusted.
If you see a pile of treasure on the ground.
Yes.
Covered in poop.
Ooh.
Human poop.
Okay.
Or whatever poop you find most offensive. And you get to keep it. And I mean, like, it's really covered. You feel me?
It's like it came out with the poop.
Yeah, it's fully in there. And you get to keep, like, not all of it. You get to keep like 10% of it, but like it's gold. So it could add up, like, but you got to grab it with your hands and you got to carry it in your hands. Would you do it?
I do have a question. Why are we putting this 10% limitation on this?
Well, because I feel like it's too easy of a question. If it's like, yeah, would you do it for gold? Probably. I mean, hell, I would. Maybe you wouldn't.
Well,
I don't know.
How about like, what's your price?
Okay.
But I do have follow-up questions. A, do I get to like suit up beforehand? It doesn't even have to be like a crazy full-blown hazmat. I'm just like, can I put on gloves and a mask?
It's with that was one of the rules, is it's got to be with your bare hands.
Bare hands. Can I guarantee that I will not get sick of any kind from this species?
Yes. That didn't even cross my mind. Yes.
With the qualification that I will not get sick of any type of way. Yes, I would do it.
I think that's
I think anything. Yeah, I think $500 would be my.
That's kind of where I was. I was like, I wouldn't require that much money to do this. Like, just enough money for me to make me feel like I'm not being like pandered to, to where, to where it's like, all right, this is some sort of like, I don't know, like weird sexy thing. It's like, just pay me enough to where it's like, I'll just like, like a casual amount, which that might make it more of a weird sexy thing. I don't know. I feel like it could easily turn into a weird sexy thing for some person though.
Well, I mean, it exists. If you can think of it, it does exist.
They just want to watch some lady move poopy treasure from one pile to the other.
But I'm not doing it for $20.
No, I want a respectable sum to do this with, and I think I think that's fair.
My services are premium, and you will pay the premium price.
Yeah, charge what you're worth.
Yes. Dress for the job you want.
Oh God. Can you imagine? How would you dress for that? I would almost just want to do it naked. I'd be like, do I want to touch any of this? Like, if I can't wear gloves and I'm assuming the full suit's out, it's like, you know what? Just give me a pair of rubber boots and nothing else. And I'm just going to get this done.
I would like to wear a full body condom, please.
Oh, you just cut the arms out?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess a breathing hole for your head.
Sure. I guess. I don't really need it.
You can live in the little nozzle at the end,
What is the reservoir?
The reservoir tip.
Stupid and dumb.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that's my Halloween costume next year.
It's not a bad one.
Listen, I'm sure one of those companies that makes the like cheesy, like that inflatable duck that I showed you when we were at Party City or wherever.
With and they have the ridiculous names.
Yes. Oh God. Hump Day Hottie instead of Wednesday.
Oh yeah. Contraception cutie.
Gross.
I hate it. I hate it a lot.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave now.
Okay. That's fine. We got to close this bad boy out though.
No.
Like properly.
No. If you are interested in more wabah goodness, hit up wbahpodcast@gmail.com. Nope. Every time. wbahpodcast.com. Send us an email at wbahpodcast@gmail.com.
You got it, dude.
Got it.
That was not confusing at all.
Nope. Check the description. All of the links are there. We do have an Instagram. Macy, where can they find old Instagym?
Can find and pet Instagym's wet hair that's not actually attached to him. It's from his shower drain. Cute. At Witch Bitch Amateur Hour.
He just wants to look fancy.
Yeah. He just pulls it out and puts it back on top of his head and kind of strings it around in a comb over style that looks presentable.
Yeah, and there's like some like soap scum and some shit.
All sorts of but he, you know what? He's already kind of slimy, and what's a little extra?
I mean, he took a shower.
I mean, and technically, it was washed in a drain for a while.
I feel like he doesn't use real soap though. You know how they would make soap out of lard? I feel like he just uses lard.
Grease. That's exactly what I was just thinking. Yes. He just uses grease. That's all. And so the water never actually penetrates his skin. You see, because he's just always got a layer of grease on him. So he never truly gets clean.
Oh. Or he started clean and the grease is like a protective layer keeping him clean.
But also at the same time, he could have accidentally stumbled onto something, because then you can run into the realm of like oil cleansers and whatnot. And sometimes, depending on the oil that you're using, the grease or like the oil can like kind of like help dissolve other oils without stripping the skin. So maybe that's how he stays so moist.
He's very moisturized. Well, okay. I highly doubt it. I think we're trying to put lipstick on a pig here, but you can find him over at
Witch Bitch Amateur Hour.
And we have a Twitter where we will still tweet one of these days at Bitch Hour. What's the Facebook?
Facebook at Witch Amateur Hour.
No bitch on Facebook.
And hit the coven up. Like it's a cool place. It's a very friendly place. There's all kinds of cool stuff going on over there.
Speaking of a cool place with all kinds of cool shit going on, we do have a Patreon where you can support your girls, support the Wabah podcast, and all of that stuff. It's patreon.com/ I hope to God that comes through.
I heard it.
Someone, I don't know who or what honked, but there was a honk. Patreon, right as we're repping Patreon. If this is what you want to support, this is the quality content you came for. Patreon.com/ WBAH podcast. And a little update for you guys there. So let's briefly go over some of the stuff that we do. And we're making a change as well. So we do 2 Facebook, depending on your levels and whatnot, you can check the details over there. But we do 2 Facebook Lives a month.
Yeah, and those are really, really fun. That's in the $5 tier. And also with the $5 tier, you get blogs and some videos and also what you're about to talk about. And but yeah, so the 2 lives are so much fun. And you also get access to the private Facebook coven. That's like the private Patreon one. And so yeah, we love those lives. They're such a good time. A lot of canon comes from those lives.
Yeah, like probably too much, but you know what?
Luke Bryan came from those lives.
Yeah. Luke Bryan. We also do bonus episodes, one
Mhm.
or two a month, depending on your level. And as Macy said, if you're starting out, I believe at our $3 level, you get something every little, well, mostly every little Friday. Macy takes the top half of the month. She does blogs and video vlogs. And I am kind of experimenting and changing with what I am doing. I am still going to be doing a vlog style at the towards the ends of the month, but I'm gonna start doing lives over there, where I'm
And
gonna
these are
do
like
like.
Patreon specific lives. I don't think they're through Facebook either, which is kind of
Oh
cool.
no, yeah, they'll be through Patreon, and I believe they'll give you like an email or some kind of notification.
Mhm.
We'll probably also post about them when they'll be happening. But I would like to start doing like some community divination. We can talk about what's going on. We can all like pick a topic to talk about, or I had a cute idea. I thought it would be fun for one of the lives to just sort of walk around the lake out here and to make like an impromptu, maybe like a spell jar out of the things that we find.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice.
so things like that, stuff like that. It'll be a good time. Hit us up. And with that, oh God, how could I forget? Rocco and Laser live there as
Yeah,
well.
no, Rocco and Laser, I think that's like the $3 tier too. And it really does help us tremendously. Like we don't like to push it too much because we don't like to be too asky. But at the same time, this is now how we support ourselves. And I just want that. It does. It's super helpful. It helps grow the show. Like if we do, expanding in things like, eventually trying to book shows and whatnot. It's just you need some growth and you need things like that. And so it really, really helps with the forward growth of the show. Plus it just helps us not be broke,
Right.
which is huge for
Always a
us.
plus. Always a
Yeah,
plus.
it's huge for us. So I mean,
um,
we are independent, but by no means are we swimming in it.
oh Lord, no, God. I used to think like, yeah, I had like the mindset. I was like, if you do YouTube or like anything like this, I'm like, Jesus, that sweet, sweet YouTube money. Um, oh, did you hear that?
I just vaguely.
Great. Anyway, yeah, so I don't want to give the impression of that. However,
Just
rep your girls, check us
yeah.
out. We do a lot of stuff over there. We've got stuff in the works. We're talking about getting together and maybe replaying some of the games from our childhood.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm
which is
excited about this. Man,
gonna be
we did a little test run the other night when you were
yeah,
here.
we played and beat Pokemon Snap
All the
in
way
one
through
evening,
in one night.
all the way through. And I would love to play that again for everybody. I think that would be a fun thing to watch, Pokemon Snap.
Ah,
Um, we're also talking about, Ocarina of Time, shit like that. And of course, eventually, when the time comes and we have found out who they are, because they're pretty mysterious as of right now, uh, Kitty Maxwell and Victoria Love Sweat will be doing their
mhm,
romance novel breakdowns and reviews for you guys.
mhm, 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 mhm,
And that will be also in a video visual format. So check it
mhm.
out, patreon.com/WBAH podcast. You know, if you want.
Yeah. Well,
Feel like we could take a break from our pledge drive to kick some ass.
also, thank you to everybody who ordered prints. Those are being printed up this week, and I can't wait to see them on paper. And then we're going to be getting them shipped out hopefully by the end of next week. So
And we
they're
have
on the way.
changed our shipping process a little bit. We are now more in control of that.
We're doing the entire thing.
Yes.
So shipping supplies have been ordered and the prints are in the process of getting printed. So we're going to work as soon as we can
Yeah.
to get those out and on the way. And hopefully by the end of next week, they will be on their way to y'all's mail boxes. And we also got thicker mailers this time. That's another thing we have control of since we're doing this ourselves. We got like thicker mailers, not just like the envelopes that were being used.
And we always signed, we always sign them. We like to sign them and of course do the golden ticket action. But this time around, if you're getting your print, and I guess anytime in the future until maybe, if a perfect, if a perfect shipping solution like presents itself, sure, we might change. But for the foreseeable future, we're going to be handling all these little prints with our little grubby little paws.
Mm-hmm.
So look forward to smelling our weird garlic fingers on your
Yeah, sniff it.
And with that, speaking of weird garlic, we have officially, no, we haven't yet, but we're about to hit the 2 o'clock in the afternoon window. And that's when my intermittent fasting eating window starts. And boy, I'm hungry.
You ready to tear it up?
I hate to run, but I gotta slam some yogurt down my throat.
Get you some yogurt, bro. I haven't eaten yet today either, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm going to figure it out.
It's going to be oatmeal, and you know it.
It probably is going to be oatmeal, you bitch, and I'm going to enjoy it because I'm going to put peach preserves in it, and it's going to be delicious.
Okay. Is it going to be cold?
No.
Okay.
No.
Don't say no like I'm stupid. You're the one that eats cold overnight oats.
I do, but no. Right now.
But apparently a lot of people do because that's how you're supposed to eat them. And when I said I heat my overnight oats up, it caused a panic.
Yeah, because that's we're not going to go into it.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on this Sillysode / kind of serious-sode.
Kind of discussion-sode.
That's what it is. A discussion-sode. We'll see you next week with our regularly scheduled programming.
And we're goodbye.
Goodbye. Until then, watch your voice. Just don't speak unless spoken to.
Don't speak unless spoken to. And then when you do hear something you like, go whisper about it in a corner to yourself. But be very critical about how you're saying it to yourself. And that makes you nice and self-conscious, but which also makes you selfish, therefore unlovable.
Remember, keep young and beautiful. It's your duty to be beautiful.
Oh, God. There is nothing like a dame. Nothing in the world.
I swear I thought you were going, there's nothing like a taint.